Let's just bring you some breaking news this morning. Clubs in Italy are interested in signing Rasmus Højlund. AC Milan sporting director Iglitare said that Rasmus Højlund is a good option as they push to sign the striker in this window. But, Michael, they are not the only Italian club that are interested in Højlund.
Well, look, this is potentially good news for Manchester United because now we know that Napoli have identified Rasmus Højlund as a potential target after news yesterday of Romelu Lukaku's injury. Now, this is according to our colleagues in Italy. Now, Lukaku could be out for at least 3 months with a thigh problem. I cannot begin to imagine what Antonio Conte is now saying to the Napoli board. But there's a few things we know here now. One is that we didn't know all summer that Rasmus Højlund's future under Ruben Amorim. He did pretty well in pre-season, Rasmus Højlund. Yeah. However, doesn't seem to matter anymore. Didn't feature in their final pre-season game against Fiorentina. Didn't feature against Arsenal. So he is part of those players now who aren't required anymore. So now, is it a perfect time for Manchester United? They see interest from Napoli and, of course, from AC Milan. You do feel that he's heading back to Serie A, where we know he's done ever so well in the past.
Yeah, they do. They rate him there, don't they, in Italy? He wasn't part of the matchday squad against Arsenal. I know he said before, I want to stay and fight for my place. But if you're in his position and you see that you're not involved in the matchday squad in the first big game of the season, do you then start thinking, my time here might be up?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. I think him not being involved at all, not even off the bench, and not even involved in the matchday squad, that kills your confidence, to be honest with you. I think the biggest thing for Højlund and Ruben Amorim and Manchester United is the conversation that is, and I think I would be very clear. It would depend on this conversation. If I'm Højlund, I'm going to the manager and say, listen, how much have you got planned for me this year? Am I on the bench? If I am, no problem. For me, I think Højlund stays there. If he has some kind of guarantee saying he's going to be involved. I wonder if the conversation has been, no, you're kind of, we need you to move on. If that's the conversation, then he has to move on, for sure. But for me, I think he's a young man, 22. I think he's got so much more to learn. I would do it at Manchester United because I think it's a great place right now with the quality players they've brought in. I think it's a perfect place for him to develop and continue his development.
He's not going to play very much.
The key is, people sometimes, yes, you look at playing time, but if Cunha, Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes, Šeško is coming, you've got great players. Every single day you're learning off. Because sometimes the value is, forget the playing time, the value is have 1 year maybe sometimes of, you've got to look at it in terms of my development. If I spend time with these 4 players around here every single day,